My team made a mistake taking care of a school client, and it ended up costing the school time, money, and trust with my agency. But I'll tell you exactly what I did to fix it and why taking total ownership is the only thing that works. So let me start from the beginning. It was another producer in the agency that worked the account. The account was being non renewed by another insurance company and needed a replacement. And my agency was able to solve that problem and present multiple options for a new insurance company for property, liability, and workers' compensation insurance. So it should seem like this is a great success story, right? Well, the thing that happened was that after the policy was put in place, the customer was told you need to revamp your screening program and you need to start running background checks every year when they didn't have to do that before. And my team wasn't clear on what type of background checks. So the customer thought they needed to get FBI background checks on every employee and every volunteer every year. And those things are pretty expensive. And he didn't feel like he was getting great communication on, well, what level do I need? How much do I need to spend on this? And so it ended up that he had to go out and invest in a new program that would run background checks on everybody when they come into the building. Now, he ended up being very pleased with that solution that he found. He ended up thinking it was a good idea, but being surprised with it was what bothered him. And on top of that, there was a second situation where they do a special event every year and they bring people into the community and they serve alcohol. The trick is they get a liquor license and they serve the alcohol themselves, which means from an insurance perspective, they need liquor liability insurance. It was another thing where he was comparing his last program to this program. He felt like he got blindsided and as a result was not having a whole lot of trust with my team and my organization. And so the easy thing to do in this situation is to try to explain away each of these things and say, well, this wasn't our fault. This wasn't our fault. And I've found over the years that when I try to explain the situation, people just get more frustrated because what they really want to hear is, yes, I understand that was a bad experience. I should have done better. Here's what we're going to do to improve it. People can understand when mistakes happen. Everybody makes mistakes. But what they want is somebody that's going to say that your problem is my problem. And regardless of whether me as the broker, I made the mistake or not, they just want somebody that says, I'm going to take ownership over your problem. And so that's what I did. And I said, hey, look, I'm really sorry. I totally understand why this would be a bad experience for you. And if at the end of the day you feel like you need new representation, I totally understand. And I'm not going to stand in your way. Here's what I think happened. Here's what I think we're going to do to fix it going forward. And we should have given you more clarity on what level of background checks were needed. And we should have understood the different levels. And yes, we got surprised. I'm sorry that that happened to you. We'll work to fix that. And on the liquor liability, can you just hire caterers? Because here's the problem you're going to bump into. And he said, yeah, I'll just hire caterers. It's not a big deal. But the thing is, I don't think he would have been okay with hiring caterers, or I don't think he would have been okay with that solution coming from me if I came out and said, well, you should just hire caterers and the whole problem goes away. Because that's not his issue. His issue was that he felt surprised and somebody wasn't talking to him about it and giving him answers he could understand in a time frame that was acceptable. And so that's the core issue, and that's the core issue with dealing with so many people. It's not why did it happen, it's can you take ownership over the situation and make it go away for the next time. Hey, I hope that helped. If you are having issues with your broker, you want to talk to me about your program and ways to fix it, my contact information's in the description. If this is a video that you like, please hit like and subscribe. It helps other people find it. And as always, please go build something great.